I'm really bad at making these little 10-second intros clickbaity and like make you want to watch the video-y, but this time I'm gonna lean into what I have at my advantage. New dog teaser. Keep watching to find out more. Hi everyone, Rosie here. Welcome back to my channel. After that gorgeous walking through a snow globe start to the day, it would be lovely to curl up on the couch right now, but this is not actually a cozy holiday reading vlog because I'm working over the next couple days. Thankfully for me, it's the period between Christmas and New Year's, so very few people are working. It should, fingers crossed, hopefully be very quiet, and I've got some nice, just like put on an audiobook in the background and get down to doing some data work that I need to do. I'm starting to feel like this vlog and this whole attempt to vlog is majorly cursed. Yesterday I tried to film a cute little holiday reading day vlog and like the entire day went off the rails and I ended up stopping after like 2 clips because I was like, I do not feel like filming, everything is shit. Today I was like, you know what, start fresh, gonna have a great day, gonna vlog, and I've just been feeling like I'm in the pissiest mood all freaking day. But you know what? It is Wednesday, and I've been trying to get back into a little tiny bit of a routine with posting videos. So I'd really like to post one again tomorrow. I know that apparently, at least, you know, YouTube, the algorithm likes it when you post on a like weekly schedule. So even though I don't really feel like filming right now, I really don't feel like editing right now or making a video, I'm going to see if I can like kickstart my brain. And maybe if I fake it in a video and come in and be all like, yes, I'm happy and excited to be doing this, maybe I'll actually feel that. I was fully ready to pop back on this vlog and say, well, I don't feel any better, but at least I have a video ready now. But actually, somewhere in amongst filming a video and making some tortillas and having leftover tacos, which is just when you take Christmas dinner leftovers and put them in fresh tortillas, and it's delicious. Watching a lovely historical documentary about castle building with Bear, and now editing my video. Actually, I do feel a bit better. Definite win this evening. Now it's almost bedtime, but I'm going to enjoy some bûche de Noël, which is also leftover from Christmas dinner. So good. I'm going to read a bit of Lord of the Rings. I think this is upside down. There we go. I've got the beautiful edition that I picked up this summer. I will link to the vlog / video that I made about that up here. I'm currently reading The Two Towers. This is the second book in the Lord of the Rings series by J R R Tolkien. I've been having an absolute blast filling my book with post-it notes and writing all of my little thoughts on them as I go. It's been really fun. I have reread these books so many times now, and every single time it is even more of a delight, and I find even more things to be excited about. So at some point, once I've finished The Two Towers and also read Return of the King, I will go through and try and make a video about the annotation and all of that. I have no idea how I'm going to do that, but that's a problem for future Rosie. Right now, I'm just going to sit back and enjoy my cake and enjoy my book. We come to the part of the vlog that I'm sure like half of you have been waiting for since the intro / the B-roll clips / me mentioning him in a video last week. This is Haydn. He is our puppy. He has been with us since the beginning of September. He's 2.5 years old and was my aunt and uncle's dog, but due to some very unfortunate medical circumstances, it was just a bit too big and high energy and defensive, so he has come to live with Bear and I and is the sweetest addition to our home. I'm so in love with this dog now. Be prepared for lots of dog clips in the B-roll because he's just the cutest, fluffiest baby. I mean, look at that. He snuggles his pillows. And for those of you who do not care at all about the dog, I promise we will continue talking about books very shortly. I finally managed to get organized today and have a really nice chill lunch break, just sitting down and reading a book and enjoying it. I'm currently working on Ghost Music by Yu. She is the author of Braised Pork, which was super popular on Booktube in like 2020 when it came out. I haven't actually read that yet, although now that I'm reading Ghost Music, I definitely want to. Ghost Music is definitely one of those novels that I do not know how to describe it. I am almost 80% of the way through. I'm enjoying it. It's good. I do not know how to describe to you what this novel is about. Our protagonist is a young-ish woman who is the daughter of a concert pianist and was studying and training to be a concert pianist herself, and then sort of gave up on that dream, got married, and now works as a piano teacher. She wants a child, her husband doesn't. Everything sort of comes to a head when her mother-in-law moves in with them and also wants them to have a child, and her husband is still not interested. Then there's this whole mushroom plot or subplot or theme. I guess theme. Theme is more a better way of putting it. The protagonist has these weird dreams in which a mushroom talks to her. These boxes of rare, wild mushrooms start getting delivered to their apartment that they didn't order. They're not addressed to them, it's to their location, but it's not their name on it. They don't know who's sending them. They don't know where they come from. And that sort of kicks off this whole series of events. I feel like that describes what is going on and yet also does not encapsulate this book at all. I feel like when I film my wrap up, I'm just gonna have to read the description. I also apparently don't know how to talk about it because all I can say is that it's interesting. The writing is good. I'm intrigued. I want to see where this story goes. I want to see what happens with these characters, but I don't know what else to say about it. I finished Ghost Music while being snuggly in bed this morning before I got up, and I think I have exactly the same thing to say today as I did yesterday. It was a great book. I really enjoyed it. It was well written. The story was weirdly captivating. It was the sort of story and about the sort of characters that I often find just kind of depressing and not very interesting. But it was really cool. I got totally swept up in it. I wanted to keep reading it. I really couldn't tell you exactly why or what exactly it was about. It was just good, which is a really unhelpful review, but that's how I felt about it. When I finished Ghost Music just now, it was really tempting to immediately pick out another book and start reading it. But then I remembered that it's the last day of the year, and I only have 17% left on The Two Towers, so I think I might focus on reading that today. I've been enjoying it so much, and it just seems like the perfect vacation, cozy read. I have a whole video from a couple years ago about how cozy these books are, and I stand by that. They are the ultimate vacation cozy, just anything where you want to feel wrapped up books. So I think that's what I want to read today. I don't know if I'm going to finish it. I kind of feel like I will. I kind of hope that I will. Maybe by saying it here, it'll help me go, you should sit down and read throughout the day. And then tomorrow, on January 1st, to start the year, I can dive into a fresh book and start with that. I think I might pick it out today so that I know what I'm going to start and I have it all ready tomorrow morning. In the meantime, though, before I start reading Two Towers or picking up books for tomorrow or anything, I have a very snuggly, sleepy boy here with me. And I don't really want to get up and move around to get books or do things because that'll make him get up and then he'll be all snuggly and sleepy and snuggling me. So instead, I'm going to stay cozy on the couch for a little while. I'm going to watch some Critical Role and do some crosswords and word puzzles and stuff like that. Editing Rosie, hopping on real quick because I'm about to start talking about Critical Role as though it is a really widely known thing that everyone is familiar with the format of, but it is not. So I'm going to try, emphasis on try, to give you a brief introduction. Critical Role is an actual play show, which is a format of media where people play tabletop role-playing games, in this case Dungeons and Dragons, and stream it live on the internet, and also usually post, the recordings of those live streams. There are a number of shows of this format. Critical Role is a particularly popular and famous one. It is the one that I am currently, and for the last many months, quite obsessed with and have been enjoying a lot. And the way it works format-wise is there are episodes
episodes, each of which are usually about 4 hours long for Critical Role. Each of those covers a session of gameplay. You have many sessions in a story with the same characters doing related things, and those are called campaigns. After they've sort of told the story they want to tell with a particular group of characters, they wrap up that campaign, create new characters, and start a new campaign. Currently, there are 3 campaigns of Critical Role, and the third one is currently airing.
I'm currently watching campaign 1 of Critical Role. I'm actually really far in. I'm on episode 93, I think. So I've watched a lot of them and I'm nearing the end of campaign 1, which is very exciting. I'm also caught up on campaign 3 right now. I watched the latest episode this week and now I'm waiting for more to come out and it's really exciting. I don't think I've been fully caught up since I started watching. I'm going to really enjoy that. I'm looking forward to watching the episodes as they air or probably not as they air because they air on like West Coast time and I'm not on the East Coast, but like fairly far to the east in North America. So it's late and I am an early to bed person. So I mean, I'll probably watch them on Monday when they're released on YouTube, but still like watching them relatively currently so that I can participate in like all of the fan discussion and follow what's going on and participate in theories and stuff. I'm looking forward to that. In the meantime, while I wait for more episodes to come out though, I am also really enjoying campaign 1. I hit a bit of a lull for several months. It was just like, oh my god, there's so many of these and I've watched so many and I'm getting so like, not bored, but just like I'd watched so many hours of this show. But in the last week or 2, I've been really excited about it again. I've been really enjoying watching it, enjoying that form of storytelling again, which is wonderful. So like I said, I'm gonna keep doing that now and keep giving my very snuggly boy a nice hug. Yes, he is like half under the poncho right now. Would it be a Saturday vlog on my channel if there wasn't a cleaning the kitchen segment? No, of course it wouldn't. But as I was cleaning, I figured out, I think, why I'm finding Critical Role so enjoyable right now, and that is that it falls in this beautiful space of a really engaging, interesting story that I'm invested in. I want to know what happens next, but also it is slow paced enough that I don't need to be paying like 100% attention all of the time. Maybe other people would disagree on that, but I find that especially in like combat heavy episodes, the story in general, it has a very different sense of pacing and things develop much more slowly than they would, for example, in an audiobook, just because of the way the format works. It's 7, 8, however many people sitting around a table working together to build a story as they go, and that just inherently means that things aren't going to be as tight. It's going to take a lot longer for everything to happen, and that can be a downside because it makes it really hard to get into. There's so much content. The story doesn't happen very fast. But right now, I have so much time in my life where I'm like, I want to enjoy something. I want to be listening to something. And the listening is a big part of it because I don't want to sit and actually like physically watch all the time. But I also don't want it to be something where if I'm not paying attention 100% of the time, I get lost. Which in a really like high-paced or even just like action-oriented novel, you miss stuff. You miss things quickly. Or in any sort of book, really. It doesn't even have to be high-paced. If you're getting distracted for 10 seconds here or 30 seconds there and not paying 100% attention, you start to just feel like, what's going on? I can't follow. I have no idea. But at least for me, when I'm watching or listening to Critical Role, I find I can tune in and out as much or as little as I need to. And yeah, maybe there's some episodes where I'm like, that was fun, but I don't really remember what happens. But that's okay. It doesn't affect my enjoyment of the next episode. Plus, every episode starts with a little recap of like, here's the important stuff from the last few episodes. So if I'm really like, it's been 2 months, or I was really distracted when I was watching that last episode, it's always going to start with that little, here's what you missed. And as I said, I'm not feeling confused or behind. It's just, cool, great, now I can dive back in. which is exactly what I'm gonna do as I keep doing my Saturday morning chores. I have had such an absolutely lovely, cozy afternoon reading The Two Towers. I have about 25 pages left, but it's about dinner time, and I want to make sure that if I finish this right before I fall asleep, I don't forget to talk to you about it, so I'm gonna check in on it now. I've had such a delightful reading afternoon. I've read 3 or 4 chapters, I think, and it's just been one of those days where it's just flowing, it's just effortless and enjoyable, and everything is wonderful in my reading instead of feeling like a slog and like it's an effort and like none of the joy and all of the work is there, which has been sort of not all of the time lately, but I have definitely been having periods of feeling like this is one of my favorite books in the world. Why does it not feel fun to read right now? So it's been really excellent to just have an afternoon of feeling like it was excellent and it was everything that I thought sitting down with my favorite book was going to be. I've just been reading a section about Frodo and Sam and their journey towards Mordor. I always forget after watching the movies how much more I like this part of the book than I do the movies. Bear and I had watched the movies over like the last month because we like to watch them in the lead up to Christmas every year. I enjoy those parts. They're still good, but those are by far my least favorite parts of the entire movie trilogy. And in the books, they're just so much better and I love them so much. I had so many moments of just like, the books make me love Sam and Frodo more. It's not that their characters are better in the book than they are in the movie. It's just that we see more into their thoughts and their communication more in the book, and that is just so beautiful and wonderful. Oh, it's been so great. I mentioned earlier that I wanted to pick out my first reads for the new year, and I think I have selected them. I have an ebook and a physical book, and I will start by telling you about the ebook. It is Fabled Passages by Margaret Pinard. Some of you, hopefully all of you, will know Margaret from her absolutely amazing Booktube channel, which I will link up here. She makes such great videos and is just such a wonderful person in general, and is an author and has some great historical fiction books. I haven't read those yet. I have, however, picked up her latest book, which is this. It just came out in, I think, November, maybe October, very recently of this year, and I bought it, and I would really like to read it. I've been looking at it on my TBR for ages, and I think it is time. Let me tell you about what it is. Delight in the absurd and wander among the fantastical in these speculative fiction short stories. Drawn from the imagination of a historical fiction author, these stories push the envelope of genre and mix and match tropes with a vengeance. This collection is a small sample of experimental shorts, ranging from historical adventure and earth magic to contemporary portal fantasy and time travel. They are meant to intrigue, inspire, entertain, and mystify, all while world-building with a few deft strokes. These characters forge their own destiny, come to terms with grief, mete out justice, and discover how they fit into this world, their world. The journey to discover truth is unique for everyone, a fabled passage into one's own power. I'm so excited to read this, so I can't wait to dive into that tomorrow. And the second book that I have picked out is the Björkan Sagas by Harold R. Johnson. And let me read you the description of this as well, because I think it's going to be so cool. Drawing upon his Cree and Scandinavian roots, Harold R. Johnson merges myth, fantasy, and history in this epic saga of exploration and adventure. While sorting through the possessions of his recently deceased neighbor, Harold Johnson discovers an old handwritten manuscript containing epic stories composed in an obscure Swedish dialect. Together, they form the Björkan Sagas. The first saga tells of 3 Björkans, led by Juha, I'm not sure how we're going to pronounce that, the storyteller, who set out from their valley to discover what lies beyond its borders. Their quest brings them into contact with the devious story trader Anthony de Malchon, a group of gun-toting aliens in search of heaven, and an ethereal medicine woman named Lily. Then it describes the next 2 sagas. The Björkan Sagas is a bold, innovative fusion of narrative traditions set in an enchanted world of heroic storytellers, shrieking valkyries, and fire-breathing dragons. Again! Oh my goodness, that sounds so good, and I've wanted to read this for so long, and I'm gonna dive right in and do it. Since these are both really short books, and I have a full week off, I'm kind of tempted to try and do a 7 books in 7 days challenge or something. I don't know if that's something I want to do. I think I might start, and if you see a video in a week or 2 in which I have done that, then make sure to check it out and see how I did. And if you don't, know that I started and then decided it wasn't fun. But I've kind of wanted to do a 30 books in 30 days challenge for a long time, but that seems like a lot. That feels very overwhelming. 30 days is a long time for me to maintain that pace of reading. The combination of vacation information and not so long and like lots of short books. I think I can do this and I think it could be really fun. Keep your eyes peeled. Hopefully I will have another vlog soon where I'm talking all about that, including these 2 books. It's not quite midnight, but we're gonna wrap up this vlog because I just finished The Two Towers. Had a delightfully chill, perfect New Year's Eve of watching a history documentary and being cozy on the couch with the dog and Bear and reading a nice book. Generally being the hobbit that I aspire to be. Finished, as I said, The Two Towers. I've had such a delightful time with the reading I did today. I've had so many notes and thoughts and just like found myself really engaging with the text, feeling the vibe that has been missing so much lately. It was here today, it was here tonight. The reading mojo is here. I just feel like what a great end to 2022. I'm going to wrap up this vlog now. Go help Bear dry the dog off because it is very rainy and he's been out to pee. And I think go to bed so that next year I can start bright and early with another great book. Let me know down below, how did you finish off your reading year? I hope you've had a fantastic 2022, and I want to take this opportunity to wish you a very, very happy new year. I hope 2023 brings many, many wonderful things to your lives and your reading. Let me know down below how you closed out 2022 book-wise, and if you like this video, make sure you give me a like down below. If you would like to see more of my videos, make sure you hit subscribe, and thank you for watching.